Look at that erection penetrating the skyline and all those bushes. Good evening guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna try the traditional Beijing hot pot. Even though the weather is freaking hot. When you talk about traditional Beijing food, most people think about Peking duck or jianbing. But there is also one very traditional dish, also known as the Beijing hot pot. Characterized by its volcanic looking copper pot, heated with charcoal. I'm sure you can find many versions relating to the origins of the Beijing hot pot, but the one that I find most interesting relates to Kublai Khan. You know, the grandson of Genghis Khan, the famous Mongol conqueror. Anyway, it was said just before a battle, Kublai was feeling hungry and he wanted to eat some lamb. But as the enemies were approaching, his cooks didn't have time to prepare thick slices of lambs for him. So they thinly sliced the lamb so that it would cook instantly in boiling hot water. That was the birth of the Beijing hot pot. So yeah, pretty interesting, right? But how does one get hungry right before a battle? Anyway, I digress. Traditionally, this dish is eaten with lamb. And that's because of the geographical location. Because Beijing is located on the northern part of China, where it's really cold, and only lamb and sheep can survive the harsh winters because of their skin and fur, whatever you call it. Plus, lamb was a common staple for the Mongols, so when they conquered China, they introduced part of their cuisine to them. Well, so it's 7 PM, let's go back in time. I literally went back time because I ate before filming this part, so... and experience hot pot the way our ancestors do it. We're here today at this restaurant in downtown Beijing. Check out the interiors, man. My god, so cool. It's decorated with the timber lattices and those Chinese lanterns. Here comes the hot pot. That really reminds me of a very comfortable hot tub. One thing that separates this hot pot from the rest, besides the erection, is the base of the soup. Unlike the southern hot pots where the soup is fiery, red and flavorful, the Beijing hot pot uses a clear broth with light seasoning. This is to emphasize the freshness and sweetness of the ingredients. So the clear broth is made of some spring onions, goju berries and ginger, nothing too overpowering. Oh, here comes the meat. Because the meat is so fresh, the best way to eat it is to boil it and eat it on its own. Look at how thin the meat is, it's almost translucent. Wow. Oh my god. The beef is so tender, but not melt in your mouth kind. It still has a bite to it. Delicious. But no matter how fresh it is, you eventually get sick of the taste. So the Beijing hot pot is meant to be eaten with this sesame dip. I'm going for a big one. Okay. What the heck? What kind of sorcery is this? I've never had a life-changing sauce like this all my life. The sweetness of the meat is being complemented by the nuttiness of the sesame paste. So good. I think it really goes hand in hand. Just before when we were ordering, this couple was quarreling about how much sauce they need. And I thought that was a bit much, but I understand why now. Time to pimp my sauce, yo! It literally takes seconds to cook. I can't emphasize how good the sesame sauce is. Best I've had. Fish. Need a bit of the sesame sauce on the fish. I think anything really goes well with that sesame paste. Holy shit. So this dish is usually eaten with lamb, but I'm really not a big fan of lamb. So if you're someone like me, there are always other options like chicken, fish, seafood, vegetables and mushrooms. A wide variety for you to choose from. So the longer you cook it, the flavour and the aroma deepens from all the ingredients that you have cooked inside this soup. Actually, I just found out that you're not supposed to drink the soup. It's actually just plain broth, so it doesn't interfere with the freshness of the meat. And they don't give you the spoon to drink the soup as well, so... The charcoal and the fire really gives it a smoky aroma to it, so I think, yeah, it's one of the traditional ways to do this hot pot, and it really makes it feel very homey. I really dig the sesame paste. Oh my god! I'm so full. What a good meal. You know how this meal is gonna end, right? So the next time you come to Beijing, you can say piss off the Jianping and Peking ducks. Bring your friends for some Beijing hot pot. Anyway, thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe and stay so thirsty.